Hello, welcome to this week's issue of my Clarendon Insights video short, my 2-minute takeaway on topical issues of the day. Now, I've got my fleece on. It's still February, but my thoughts are turning to cricket. There is an awful lot of cricket all around the world, and I could speak all day on cricket with many of my connections and followers and contacts across LinkedIn. Why am I choosing cricket today to think about on this cold February day? I'm doing so because almost unheard in the media, but gaining a little bit of attention away from tariffs in the States and Canada and various other places, is the ECB auction of elements of the franchise for the competition in the UK called the 100. These are mind-blowing financial events that are taking place as we literally speak. Some auctions today, and in fact, where I live in Yorkshire in the UK, an auction carried on to tomorrow. Why is it important? Why am I choosing to talk about this? So far, with not all of the auctions complete, the England and Wales Cricket Board has raised, through selling minority stakes, a total of £343 million for the game of cricket in the UK. These are phenomenal amounts of money, and it is being invested by largely entrepreneurs and the owners of the franchises in the Indian Premier League and the South African Premier League, those 2020 over competitions. And they're going to have minority 49% in many cases stakes in the franchises in the UK, of which there are currently 8. And they're buying these franchises at that level of 49% for vast amounts of money. This was a competition that's sort of been going 3 to 4 years. The smart money appears to suggest that it will eventually become the England and Wales 2020 Premier League, moving from 100 balls to a 2020 competition like the other competitions in the rest of the world. Does it really matter? Probably not. It's a targeted, focused competition that runs in the school holidays in the UK. My concern, if there is a concern, number one, make sure this money gets spent wisely. It needs to go down into the grassroots of the game. 18 counties in the UK is not sustainable. Many of those counties are loss-making organizations. So it needs to go into the counties, and it needs to go into development of young boys and girls playing cricket at grassroots level. What else? My goodness me, 343 million with another 50 to 60 million at least to come tomorrow sounds like a very big number. What do those investors want to achieve as a return? That's something which hasn't been commented on much so far. So this has been my Clarendon Insights issue this week in the cold February, but with my thoughts, as usual, turning to cricket, with an enormous sum of money being ploughed into the UK game, hopefully for the benefit of boys, girls, men, women, and spectators. Let's think about the spectators. They don't sometimes get much of a mention. Vast amounts of money into the game of cricket feels like a good thing. Just one point at the back of my head, what do the investors want as a return for that investment? This has been my Clarendon Insights, my 2-minute takeaway on topical issues of the day on one of my favorite subjects this week. Not for everybody, but this week it's been cricket. Till next week, bye for now.